The Cave, Without God, A Journey Through Silence and Spirit. A true story, a spiritual allegory where science met the soul and silence became the mirror. In 1972, French geologist Michel Siffre descended 440 feet into the earth, not to escape life, but to understand how the mind perceives it when stripped of all reference points. No sun, no clocks, no voice but his own. He wanted to study time. What he discovered was far more unsettling. What happens when the soul is left alone with itself? As the cave swallowed him, so did the quiet. It wasn't peace, it was weight. And soon, his concept of time began to disintegrate. He believed only a day had passed, while nearly two slipped by. How often do we live exactly like this? Present in body, but detached in spirit, measuring our lives by assumptions rather than awareness. Siffre's sleep cycles stretched into irregular fragments, 36 hours awake, 12 hours unconscious. His brain reprogrammed itself without asking. Without rhythm, even the mind rewrites reality. And without the sacred, even our thoughts become synthetic. He began forgetting words mid-thought. The silence grew oppressive, no longer an absence of sound, but a presence in itself, one that pressed against him, rearranged him. He saw shadows, heard voices, felt watched. When we are severed from presence, fear becomes a surrogate god, and the imagination left unanchored starts inventing enemies in the dark. He started speaking aloud just to remember he existed. He called it a slow slide into madness. And what is spiritual desolation, if not this? A gradual erosion of clarity, meaning, and self, in the absence of the divine. For 180 days, he lived in unbroken isolation. When he emerged, he thought it had only been 151. The disconnection from light didn't just confuse his hours, it distorted his identity. His memory had fractured, and his emotions unraveled. It took years for him to recover. But what haunted him wasn't just what he saw, it was what he became. Humanity was never designed to navigate consciousness without communion. We think isolation is rare. It isn't. Many walk above ground with calendars full and hearts echoing. The soul doesn't need darkness to feel lost. It only needs silence, where the voice of God once lived. Siffre's cave was physical. Ours is cultural, psychological, spiritual. We've replaced reflection with reaction, reverence with routine, truth with data. And in doing so, we've built cathedrals of noise, while starving for silence that heals. His descent was voluntary. Ours is slow, unnoticed, but the consequences echo the same. Disorientation, inner fragmentation, desperate improvisation in place of meaning. Yet even in the cave, a deeper truth remains. Light, once known, cannot be forgotten, only covered. The voice of God, once heard, does not go silent, only muffled. So if you, too, feel disconnected from time, truth, or the sacred, you are not broken, you are not insane, you are simply in the dark. But the dark is not the end. It is the invitation. Come out of the cave. Remember rhythm. Remember light. Remember me. You are not lost. You are not alone. And the silence, painful as it is, has always been a doorway.